All right, today I was working on a John Deere. This is the 44110. This would be similar to the other John Deeres. Same setup. This is a 3-cylinder, 55 horsepower. Basically, customer complaint. Was running it one day. Next day he came, started right up, and after 30 seconds of running, stalled right out. All right, well, this thing has been sitting for about 7 years, give or take. That's what they explained to me. And the previous person would start it, turn it off, and then keep going back and forth. Well, they never changed out the fuel, and then the problem would be a fuel related issue. If you're getting black smoke, obviously you're getting fuel in there and you have something else going on. We didn't have no smoke or anything like that. So first things first, what you need to make sure is your relay. So you have a fuel solenoid control relay, so that would shut off the fuel pump, make sure nothing would prime up. So that is located right here. This is your whole fuel pump assembly. And then this is your fuel solenoid right here. So when you put the key on the off position, you should hear this solenoid click. If you have any fluid coming out of here, you need to replace this whole unit because the unit got damaged. So once we put the key on the off position, you can hear that click. So that's how you know that's working. All right, so next thing, when coming in here, I noticed there was a whole bunch of gel. You see that little white stuff right there? Well, it had a bunch of gel inside the fuel tank, so obviously the whole system got clogged. So what I did is that I took off all 3 of these guys right here. They are a 17 millimeter. I was able to start off with the left one first. Was able to move that up, and the same thing for the middle one. I was able to get my wrench right up on top to access it, not from sideways, from up top, just like this, just so you can have an idea. So I was able to access it just like that, and then just go ahead and spin it. So I was able to put, like, if it was too tight, I can put like a pipe right here, an extension, and then swerve it out the way. And then same thing for right here. I was actually able to reach just like that. All right, so once you get all those 3 off, you need to pop them off, and then you need to crank it. As you're cranking it, it's gonna have little mini squirts coming out, which is perfectly fine because it doesn't need that much fuel pressure. I was reading on. So they'll be squirting. Obviously, you'll be getting some fuel pressure coming out. I think it's like maybe like 1 or 2 psi, if that. I remember when I was seeing it was like drops coming out, so I was kind of skeptical on that. But what I did notice that each port had so much gel. Obviously, nothing was coming out at first. So what I did was I had a can of brake cleaner, and obviously with the straw is that I put inside the ports down below to spray all the gel out. And then what I did was I hooked up the jumper cables to a car so I can at least get that running. And then I would be cranking it. As I'm cranking it, it'll shoot out the old gel. And then while you're doing that, you need to open up this little petcock. So this little petcock right here, you see all that little gel that is coming out. So once that stuff comes out, you need to keep cycling that back and forth. Have a little container come in here. I know it's a huge mess, but I don't have any bigger container to catch that. Make sure you get all your fuel. And then while you're doing that, you need to bleed out the system. So right here's your mechanical bleed out system. So you got to keep pumping this until you hear in the fuel tank, you're going to hear like water like pumping right out. So you can hear like a little splish splash noise inside the tank itself. Once you start hearing that, that means you bled it out. And then you're gonna crank that. So you're gonna have one hand right there and then one hand on the pump after you close up all the lines, and you're gonna keep cranking it, and then you're gonna keep pumping this at the same time until it starts. That was pretty much the complaint, and then we got it all up and running. And then every time when we have it running, because we still have a whole bunch of gel inside the tank, so we open up this petcock just to relieve all the gel. As you can see, so right now nothing's coming out. All right, so let's go ahead and see. You can see like little gels coming out. Oh, you see those little specks. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, there was like one little drop right there, a little white gel. So you just keep doing that back and forth. Keep repeating the process until you bleed out the whole system and get mostly all the gel out. And then after you're done, make sure all the gel in the fuel tank is all out and so forth. That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not really too into these guys, don't know too much, but I could try to help you out with some knowledge on it. But give it a thumbs up if this helped you out. Comment below if you have any other tips or questions, and hit that subscribe button for more upcoming videos in the future. I'm going to be working on this sucker a lot, so I will be posting up some videos changing out the filter and all that, oil change and all that, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But thanks for watching, guys.